Okay, folks, welcome to the Contrarian Trader. Lots of changes here. We're going to be going over the member stock pick request, but different from the way we did it in the past. Recently, I just had the back end of the members area change to incorporate a ticker cloud. So now members just simply enter their symbol in their profile, whichever one they want me to review, and it appears on a ticker cloud. You just hover over these and you see how many members are interested. Obviously, the larger the symbol, the more the members that are interested in. There's another version of the ticker cloud on the back end where members log into and view our watch list, our current holdings, and you could see our most recent trades are now published right here to the left. So, for instance, we closed out a trade in TVIX, which we opened it up on June the 5th. We added to this position on a couple of different occasions, and we booked profits on Friday. BECN, we scalped a trade last week in front of earnings. RGR, we booked a profit on this one as well last week, $1,791, etc., etc. And note how we include our losses. They are not omitted. Do we sustain losses every once in a while? We sure do. And they're published here. These are actual results. So getting back to the member stock pick requests, if you want to get this video in the future, if you find some interest in it, please enter your email address. If you're watching this on our website, or if you're watching this on StockTwits or Twitter, follow me. If you're watching this on YouTube, just subscribe to my channel. And you need to be a member to be able to enter a symbol. So we have the 14-day free trial offer. Let's begin with Apple, AAPL. How are we looking? All right, Apple, good hammer formation formed on Friday. Good support, it's 50-period moving average. Very light volume. Clear resistance as noted on Thursday at $96 per share. I see no problem with opening up a position on this stock, but you need to use a stop loss just below Friday's lows. I would get out of it fairly quickly because what we could be seeing setting up here is a head and shoulders setup. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder. Here's your neckline. You can either set your stop loss at on a close below, say, $92 per share, or just below the lows of the day at $93.28. One of the two, you take your choice. That's Apple. And that was for fellow member Saroq. He's got another one here too, I believe, which is Facebook. All right, so I spoke about this on our last member stock pick request. I believe it was fellow member Kate or Karen that asked about this one of the two. And I mentioned that I thought it was going to fill this gap. And it did. So we do have a little bit of resistance at $74 per share, support at $71.55. I wouldn't be opposed to opening up a position. I would use a stop loss order just below $71.55. Volume to the downside is trending down. Volume to the upside is not impressive. So I would be careful with Facebook. It's not all that impressive to me. And folks, if I'm interested in these names, I'll go over them on our focus stock analysis video, and I'll review the weekly charts and the intraday charts as well. But for the purposes of the member stock pick request, I'm only going over the daily charts, and if something strikes me, once again, I will go over it on the member stock pick request. That should be sent out either today, which is Saturday, or Sunday, one of the two, and that goes out every week. So I mentioned the price action, volume action, anemic. So I'm not all that excited about this one. It's a show me stock. Stop loss, the most important metric, right below $71.55 if you decide to get long. And of course, as always, we never open up a position all at once. We scale into the position. Next stock up is for fellow member Jesus, FTEK, his user ID. Now that I have the ticker cloud, I can see people's user IDs. His user ID is Chewy. Pretty cool. CHUEY, the way it's spelled. I like that. FTEK, nice short squeeze earlier in the week. It pulled back. It's looking for support at $5 per share. As this is one I would not necessarily buy. I'm going to drill down to a 30-minute chart to see how we might open on Monday. I'm not impressed with this price action. It couldn't break through resistance, and the volume was fairly good. So there are a lot of sellers up here that wanted to get made whole again. People that bought back here are now sellers, and they just want their money back. Let's take a look at a 30-minute chart. All right, so 30-minute chart, a little bit more constructive. Nice bounce off of $4.95 to close about $5 per share, which is critical support. Huge volume into the close. However, note the ultimate oscillator is strengthening despite the heavy selling. My guess is that if we drill down to a 5-minute chart, we're going to see some up volume bars in the final minutes of trade. And there you have it. All right, so somebody came in, final few minutes of trade, and bid the stock back up for $4.95. They saw some value in there, or it was a big short that was covering. Next stock up for Chewy is KWK. Jesus, we're going to go over this one on the focus stock analysis. I'm going to skip KWK. More on that later, so stay tuned. BORN, I know you requested this a couple of weeks ago. Let's take another look at it. I know I was somewhat optimistic at that point in time. Let's see if we can go back to the annotated chart. Okay, so Jesus, here's the weekly chart. We went over this one a couple of weeks ago. This is the same exact chart. I haven't changed the line. BORN, weekly basis, was in a triangle formation, is attempting to break out. Good double bottom setup off the 50 level. We're going to go over this one as well on the focus stock analysis video. I like it. Double bottom setups. The oscillators are looking good on a weekly basis. We'll drill down to the daily and intraday chart. This was a good call a couple of weeks ago. It remains a good call. I still like it. So, Jesus, KWK, BORN, we'll go over on the focus stock analysis video. I'll send it out either today or on Sunday. Next stock up is for David, user ID Rimshot. I'm trying to decide which way to go, either first name or user ID. So I'm going to use them both right now. See which feels more comfortable. If you guys have feedback, send me feedback, please. MCP, where is that at? Right here. This is another one I know we went over not too long ago. This was on our extreme oversold stock list. It was a focus stock. We didn't get a part of it. I don't know why we didn't, but we weren't a part of this one. Good rally off of 161. It pulled back, put in a higher low. Good consolidation at 195. This stock has kind of left the barn for me. I still like it if you're long. I think it's probably going to head higher. Good price action. It's being accumulated. Good bottoming tail. Support at $2.25. If you break down below 195, you may want to look to book some profits or stop out. Oscillators are looking pretty good. I like MCP. Looking strong. GILD. We have a couple of members interested in this one. You can see it's larger in text than the others. Gilead Sciences. This is a request of Bill 71 and VGR 1363, or better known as Wiiam and Vishal. We have a bottoming tail and support at $92 per share. This is good support. I would think about using a stop just below the lows seen on Friday on a closing basis. What I am concerned about is I'm watching RSI. You have a prior high and then a pullback. We've rallied, yet we're putting in a lower high on RSI. I don't like this attempted breakout and then a pullback. That's a breakout point failure. So while I wouldn't oppose opening up a position, I would use a tight stop. And also on this RSI, what I'm watching is a potential for a head and shoulders setup. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder. Here's your neckline. Volume to the upside is trending down. Not a good sign. Again, another potential head and shoulders setup. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder. Here's your neckline. I think the oscillators are very sloppy and weakening. Not indicative of a strong stock. As I don't plan on trading the stock either as a long or as short, I will drill out to the weekly chart to get a look at how we look, and I do not like this stock. We believe in multi-period charting, okay? So while the daily chart price action may look okay, when I pull back to a weekly chart, I see a stock that is struggling. You've seen for several consecutive weeks now, topping action. Last week you saw a doji star formation. That is a clear sign of indecision. And it also implies that we may see a trend reversal. So while I'm not predicting a big breakdown in Gilead Sciences, I'm looking at a stock chart that as it proceeds higher appears to be making less and less headway and it's rallying on lighter and lighter volume. Note the drop in up volume bars. I am concerned about the prospect of the stock continuing higher and in a healthy fashion. So I would avoid this stock for now, and I would not short it just yet, but it's not out of the realm of possibility. And that's it, folks. If you have any questions, shoot me an email. Again, folks, if you're watching this on our website, please enter your email address. You'll get notified of when we prepare these videos. I hate spam too. You will not be spammed. If you're watching this on Twitter or StockTwits, follow me. If you're watching this on YouTube, please subscribe to my channel. Have a profitable trading week, folks. Be well.